Rockstar is revealing a trailer for Red Dead Redemption, or are they? Find out what our thoughts, what Rockstar is revealing. As I live and breathe.
As you live and as you breathe. I'm enjoying my tasty dessert.
Are you? It seems like you're very much enjoying it.
I am.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Tuesday's episode here on youtube.com/ImprovGaming. Today we are talking about Red Dead Redemption 2. Been very quiet last couple of months. Red Dead Redemption 2. I said that correctly the first time.
No, you weren't even close.
So Rockstar on, I believe, Thursday at 11 a.m. is going to be doing a reveal of some sort with Red Dead Redemption 2. We don't know what it could be. Gameplay trailer, could be a release date. So I just wanted to get your thoughts on it, get a little feedback, and go
so far, right, they've been very quiet about Red Dead Redemption 2. We've got semi-confirmation about it because I don't think they've even confirmed that, like, that mysterious picture that was dropped where it was the sunset. There was like 6 or 7 figures on the horizon line. So they barely even confirmed that kind of stuff and all these little hints and tricks or hints and that they've been dropping. So maybe we'll get some clarification on what some of that stuff means. Yeah. In Rockstar tradition, I am absolutely sure that there will be a trailer.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I'm absolutely sure that there will be a trailer. The question is, what's the trailer going to go over? What are we going to see in that trailer that's going to get us excited for Red Dead?
You think it could be either multiplayer, single player?
I mean, there's got to be something with single player, obviously, right? But there's got to be more to it than just, hey, we're putting out another Red Dead. It's got to be something like after. I mean, coming off of the success of GTA and how great that's been. There's no way that they can just be like, hey, we're just putting out a Red Dead Redemption 2. So long. Here's your date, and here's a little trailer of what you're going to be dealing with. There's got to be a little bit more in depth in terms of the trailer itself. It's got to be more in depth, right? It's got to be, oh, here's like some single player stuff. Here's some cut scenes. Here's some multiplayer.
Gameplay.
Here's some, that's single player, cut scenes, multiplayer. They're all gameplay, except for the cutscenes. That's it. I mean, according to you, cutscenes are gameplay too, because you like those Telltale games.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Batman comes out October 3rd. I saw a clip with Harley Quinn. Looks amazing. No, but I would not be surprised if they do. And I know we've argued with this off camera. Is Red Dead Online, where they have it like the GTA Online, where there's always stuff to do. There's a community there, and it's just like, hey, you can go horseback riding in races. You can go to the bar and just BS with people. So I wouldn't be surprised if, because of the success of GTA 5 and their online mode, if they start with that being like, hey, you love our GTA online mode. You don't know the freaking NPD chart has been topping Grand Theft Auto 5 for the last 4 years. I see something where it's like, but here's it in a Western sense, and you see the multiplayer kicks off.
I'm just concerned of how well that's going to be pulled off, To Rockstar's credit, I mean, they're able to do it. They've been able to do a lot, right? But they've been working on GTA to the extent of GTA 5 for decades before it was ready for that, right?
I wasn't even ready on launch.
Yeah, every single iteration of Grand Theft Auto has shown us a little bit more in terms of of customization, a little bit more in terms of extra content to play and extra things to do, and a little bit of more, and a little bit of more, a little bit more, a little bit more, until we get GTA 5 where it's like, boom, online play, and it's not even ready yet, and now you're starting to see where all that stuff kind of culminates, right? You go into a bank, you have bank heists, you gather your buddies around, all of that stuff finally comes together where you have the car races, and it's an online car race. It's not versus the AI. You have plane races. It's an online thing. It's not versus the AI. All this stuff is now versus an actual human being out there in the real world. And that took a lot of years to finally culminate to. I don't know if they're going to be able to do the same thing. And that's my concern, is they're not going to be able to bring the same kind of oomph with Red Dead because they haven't had as much practice to bring this stuff out. Whereas Grand Theft Auto, they've, 8-9 games to really fledge this stuff out and see how these mechanics work.
There you go.
No problem. Dubichin.
Exactly. No, I'm very hopeful. I would like to also see like single player, and like you said, the cutscenes would be nice. Like I want to know who we're playing as. Is it John Marston? Is it like a prequel? What's going on? Is it before? Because the only thing we'll touch about the original is I love the original. I thought the ending was fantastic. So if they could give me like a story trailer, like being like this is what's going on. It's the past, it's the present, it's the future, whatever it may be. Grab me so I'm like, all right, this is now again on my radar because originally when they announced it with the little teases of the sunset and the characters, they were saying 2017 or late 2017, and then they had to delay it to spring 2018. There are rumors out there that it's might be even more delayed, but I could see it just being like Rockstar saying, no, it's still coming out in spring. It's just not going to come out till like May or June, instead of people thinking it may be out in like February or March is what people want. But will that happen? I think it's I see Red Dead coming out summer, like in the middle of summer where there's nothing. And it's just like, this is going to engulf your time. Nothing, no big games are coming but this. You have in the first quarter, presumably, you have God of War coming. At some point, you have Crackdown coming. You have all these major titles. You know, Nintendo's going to have something up their sleeve. So I feel that Red Dead's going to be like, here's a story. Here's a little teaser for what's coming. You know, here's a story. Here's some multiplayer we're working on. We'll see you guys in a little bit. And then maybe say like June. Not an exact date or like something like summer. Like give like 2018 summer. You have to have some kind of date. Because they started with a date saying end of 2017, and then they said, sorry, we have to delay it to early 2018. So when they sent, whatever this may be, it may not even be a trailer for all we know, but they have to say some kind of date in the long run. Joe, you have any thoughts?
Well, back to what you said about John Marston. Spoiler alert here. He died.
Oh, God. Such a great scene, though. Great scene.
So, I mean, unless they are going back in time, it's going to be real hard to pull that off. I mean, I like him as a character, obviously.
I
sure
think,
everybody, almost everybody did.
Yeah.
I think it will be a prequel.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like those 6 characters, there's 2 ways that cookie can crumble. There's 2 sides to that coin. The first thing is it could be online multiplayer. It could be a hint to that, or it could be a hint to the prequel where John Marston was running with his crew, and that's where everybody has that debate is. It's either or, and Pete's thing is, well, with the success of GTA 5 Online, I see it going in the multiplayer sense.
Of course.
And,
I mean, they had it on the first one. It just wasn't
it just wasn't good.
It wasn't very good.
I mean,
There
they've
was
had
limited stuff you
GTA
could do.
Online for a lot of stuff,
course.
and it's just been...
The only other thing is that they made a Undead Nightmare or whatever it's called.
Oh, great. Sorry.
Was the... I guess it's technically a standalone.
Yeah, it is a standalone.
So-
Did you play it? Or
No. No, I haven't played any of the
came
games.
Back, John was in a thing, and then he dies, comes back to life as a zombie.
Zombie. And it's basically overrun with zombies in the Western.
Yeah,
It's cool.
So,
it was a
even
good
that,
Yeah,
standalone.
it sounds-
that was
sounds-
that. So I don't think they'd go that route since they already went that
Yeah.
with the DLC or standalone technically.
What would you like to
So-
see from it? Do you want to see a trailer with story, gameplay? What do you want?
If we saw a trailer, that'd be great. I mean, even if they give us a little bit, just so you can see a little bit of gameplay, just so you know what you're getting into. You gotta remember, when was the last time anybody's played a Red Dead Redemption?
Yeah, I think it's going to look gorgeous. I really do.
Oh, absolutely, because the other one was PS3, so you already have that advancement right there.
And the
So-
world was just insane. I like.
Yeah, there's plenty of open world. There's a lot of stuff that you could do, and they could add more stuff. So that's why the online would be a perfect
Yeah.
place to start, and you can branch off in all different directions. Because you remember, it's a Western, so you could be good, you could be bad.
Yeah.
You could kind of just do
They
your
can have
thing.
wanted posters for certain players.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
If
I mean,
they're-
they kind of tried that a little bit,
Yeah.
but like I said, it failed on the first one.
But with the base of GTA 5 Online, them like working the bugs out, I think it's just gonna amplify. And I know GTA's been running. I get what you're saying, but they really hone their craft in on GTA 5. So
But
all they have to do is
You can't put a horse on a car frame and get it to work the same way.
no, of course
Just
not,
take
but-
that little bit, right, and extrapolate it to all the GTA 5 stuff. They didn't have tennis back in the wild west.
you don't know that for sure, Nick.
They did not have tennis, golf, airplanes, sports cars back then. This is the basis and the foundation of GTA 5 Online is modern stuff. So they have to rework every aspect of online play for a Western style game. So no tennis, no iPhone,
No golfing.
no airplanes, right? It all has to be. They have to work on that for years. They've had years to work on that for GTA. Everything was already in place for them to just say, "Hey, let's put this all on a network now."
Okay.
That's the point that I'm making. Not that they don't have the assets, but they've had the assets working together, and they've been able to fine tune it as best they can for. So just saying, "Hey, let's just take that and put it on a Western," it's not going to work that easily, right? How's your slow motion going to work when you're going to draw your gun in an online environment? They couldn't do it with Max Payne, so what makes you think you can do it now? Let's just take the very basic premise of Red Dead Redemption, and let's see how we can go further with that. Right? Slow motion in a quick draw. It's not going to work. We already know it's not going to work because you cannot slow down time in New York and have time be exactly the same in California. That's just not how the real world works. So that's why they haven't done slow motion. In Max Payne, instead of you slowing down, you just fell down to the side, and you're like, "Wait, what the hell is going on?" Like that was supposed to be a slow mo, but it's not. You can't do it anymore.
I see what you're saying.
Well, the benefit is they've had realistically almost a year and change so far. So who knows how many people actually have working on it?
Yeah.
Maybe be like, okay, look, we're going to put this much resources into online. Let's get it. Even if they wait a little bit, I think if I remember correctly, it was a couple months before GTA actually came online.
Yeah.
So
there were
that
problems
buys you.
with it.
That buys you some time. Yeah, you could get online, but you couldn't really do anything. So you get out the game, and maybe make it where you got to beat the story before you can access online. Or something like that.
Something to that nature.
Buys them some time to really put it all together.
So it's one of those. From my perspective, it just takes a lot of time to get all of that stuff working together. And there's 4 games if you count the standalone on Red Dead. There's 10 games for Grand Theft Auto across multi-platforms, many different platforms, including handheld and mobile and all that kind of space. So there's been time for GTA to kind of start working together. There hasn't been time. There hasn't been iterations of games for these to start working together, especially when the first game was one way, and then all of a sudden we drastically changed our approach to the next 2 games. Completely changed their approach, right? Instead of it being a linear experience, it became an open world experience. Instead of it being about the pack of thieves, it became this one guy's story. So we drastically changed our approach from one game to another. GTA was always an open world. We just changed the way we presented that open world.
What are your thoughts in the comments? Let us know. What are you excited for? What do you want to see from this little reveal they have coming up? As always, I'm joined with the best ponytail in the business.
It's fabulous.
It's Mr. Nicholas De Jesus.
And I'm joined by the host with the most, Mr. I'm Wondering himself, with the Kangol cap in tow. It's Mr. Peter Anderson.
What's up? And we have the architect of destiny, Mr. J. Rush.
I don't want to go in there. Damn architects kill me all the time. So.
Let me see. We are Improv Gaming. We come to you live every Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we talk about the top news stories of the week, topic of the show, and new releases. We also come to
I really thought you were going to say live every Tuesday and Wednesday, like you did last week.
We also come to you every Tuesday and Thursday with a little 10 to 15 minute little tidbits of what's going on in the gaming world. If you're watching this before Saturday the 1st, and if you're in the North Jersey area, come on down to Montclair. You can go Eastwick Mags at 7 o'clock. We could see some improv and some sketch comedy.
The fuck does any of those sentences mean?
Sunday's the first, by the way.
Eastwick
just so we're clear.
Mags?
Yeah. I'll get you the exact
Does anybody know what that means?
Yes, of course.
I do know.
Do you know what that
I
means?
have no idea. I just know Sunday's the first.
Like,
So I have
if you're
check
trying to
on that.
convince
said
people that
Saturday.
have no idea what you're
Saturday's
saying
the 30th, Anderson.
to come, like, what is
Very good.
Eastwick Mags? I don't understand
It's
what
a
Eastwick...
comic book shop.
Okay.
Eastside Mags.
Yeah, see?
We
Can't
didn't
get
get the right name.
We'll get better for the live show. Don't you worry. So, yeah, Sketch Prop live at Eastwick Mags. It starts at 7. I will be performing if you want to know what all improv is about. And there's also sketch comedy.
Bring those
Friend of the
tomatoes.
show, Mike, has been on, and Pete from How Do I Jump will be on. So if you're in the North Bergen area, check it out.
In North Bergen or North Bergen County?
Well,
'Cause
technically Montclair is not Bergen County now.
Okay. All right. So what's North Bergen have to do with any of the sentences that you just said then?
Because North Bergen, if you're from there, is not too far from Montclair. That's how you get it around.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Nick.
No problem.
Oh,
I
is
just
there-
want to make sure that whatever you're saying is coming out clearly to the audience, sir.
Never.
Not
I
at
make
all.
up words every time.
Yeah.
Schmoogerdbach.
Eastwick Mags.
I was thinking
Like the
Eastwick
witches
College.
of Eastwick? Like,
I was thinking Eastwick College, and then I was like, no, it's not Eastwick College anymore. No, like I said, it's East Side Mags in Montclair,
nowhere near North Bergen.
nowhere near North Bergen. So get
Or
that
not
out of
even
the way.
in Bergen County.
Not even Bergen County. I think
in
it's
New
Hudson
Jersey.
County, but it's in New Jersey. So it's on Saturday. Definitely check it out.
Allegedly.
Are we sure it's in New Jersey?
Yes,
Like, you sure it's not New Delphi?
could be. Could be, Nick. As always, game on.